This is Saturday here in Sydney, and I'm just taking a nice leisurely drive down the M7, for those of you who know what the M7 is. And guys, today I wanted to talk to you about it's something that's very important, and it's striking a balance in your life. And what I mean by striking a balance is basically, yo, what's up, underdog? What's going on, man? Striking a balance is basically all about finding the correct distribution of your energy and time. Yo, NYC, Ezekiel, the man, yo, welcome. So guys, I want to talk to you about just, how do you effectively redistribute your time? What's going on, Bob? How do you distribute your time in a way that's beneficial to you and beneficial to others? Dynamite Rabbit, welcome, man. By the way, special shout out to Dynamite Rabbit, mate. I just wanted to thank you for what you did the other day. You know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Just wanted to say thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. I hadn't had a time to personally thank you just yet. Oh yeah, sorry, evening, morning, day. Charlie Brown, what's going on, man? Australia Day was good. It was good. I had a nice relaxing night. The first one in probably about a month and a half, if I'm being honest. It's been a pretty hard slog. NYC. Oh man. But yeah, guys, look, I was doing a lot of reflecting last night and this morning about what's really important to me, and obviously you guys know that I've been doing my daily videos here for you guys, giving the daily dose of red pills, and how important that is to me to give to you guys. So that's something that's incredibly important to me. Something else that's incredibly important to me is to yeah, saw that underdog. Welcome, Sam Reven, and hey, what's going on, All Total Coaching? So yeah, I was just thinking about, where does the balance in my life lie? What is it exactly? Sky Earprints in the next day or two. It's going to be posting a link up on my video, and I'm going to be doing another video about it. But yeah, guys, look, I just really wanted to focus on the topic for today. I know yesterday I was a little scattered because I was driving, but I'm just really in a bit of a zone right now, and I wanted to focus that reflection in a way that's going to help you guys to get a bit more clarity in your lives, and to make sure that you're prioritizing your energy and your time and your dedication in the right direction. And I was sitting down last night and this morning, and I was thinking to myself, what are my next steps from here? What do I do? Because even particularly in the last 6 months, just driving normal highway speed, 100 k's. Just got the cruise control on. Barely any traffic around, which is nice. But I've been spending a lot of time on my own stuff. Been doing, working on this channel, which is far more time consuming than I'd ever anticipated, but it's totally worth it for you guys. Also have been doing a lot of focusing on building my commission at work and basically adding value to my role, focusing a lot on building my assets and investments so that eventually I can be completely self-sufficient. So hopefully by the time work finds out about this channel, I'll be able to walk away and be completely self-sufficient without needing to rely on anybody else. So I sat down and I said to myself, well, where am I distributing my time? Where am I dedicating my time to? What are my priorities right now? And how much time am I proportionately spending on those things? And I think that this is probably something that all of us guys can relate to at some point in our lives, where we've found that we're expending far too much energy and time in things that you don't really maybe necessarily get a lot of value out of, or you don't necessarily see the point in. I mean, a perfect example of that would be, say for example, if you had a ute and you were to basically allow people to utilize your time and your resources every weekend to help them move house, with not a lot of thanks in return, when you could actually be investing those time. In 800 meters, keep right to stay on M7. Shut up, navigation. Hey. Sorry guys, that was just a bit of a pain in the ass there. I had to turn my nav off. So yeah, it kind of kills me a little bit that you can't independently adjust the volume of Google Maps while having YouTube simultaneously running. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I've really been reflecting on what's important to me and where I should be investing my time. Now this YouTube channel is really important to me because of the message that I bring to you men. It's incredibly important to me, more than most of you will know. My sense of purpose in doing this is deeply rooted in my personal values and what's important to me. So that's something that I won't be sacrificing on. But I've actually been looking at other areas of my life and where I'm dedicating my time and money, and whether that's actually worth it in pursuit of my long-term goals and in serving my core values as a man, as a person. And I've been realizing that I haven't been making the best use of my time or my money, and that's not necessarily conducive to my happiness. Someone showed me a photo of a video call that I was having with them the other night, and when I actually looked back at the photo of myself that they screenshot, because they just saw, you know, something in me, because I was just so exhausted and I was driving tired, and they said, "I'm really worried about you." And then I looked at the picture and I was like, wow, probably should be worried about myself as well. And it was a real eye-opener of a moment, because it made, and they said, you know, I'm really worried about what might happen to you if you continue this way. And I said, well, if I don't sacrifice one of the things that I'm currently doing, then things won't change. So if I'm to start looking after myself better and start you know, having a bit more time to sleep and a bit more time to myself and a bit more recharge and perhaps even meditation time, I really need to actually cut something out that I'm currently doing that maybe I don't need to be doing. And I just quite simply said, well, if I'm going to start looking after myself better, then something has to give. And man, if you're in a position where you are giving your all 100% or even more than 100%, more than what you have to give, to your own detriment, I really want you to truly reflect on and think about what it is that you can cut out of your life, or what it is that you can minimize or reduce, that's going to enable you to give more time and attention to the things that are truly important to you, that are truly going to help you reach your end goals. Because that's what being a man going his own way is all about, in my view. It's about serving yourself in the best way that you can by looking after yourself. And you can't look after yourself if you're not giving yourself the things that your body physiologically needs. You can't look after yourself if you're not giving yourself the time to mentally recharge and reflect and ponder on what's important to you. You're not doing yourself justice. You're doing yourself a massive disservice if you continue this way. And now, guys, as you've noticed, I've been focusing properly on the road, because I don't want to be a statistic on the long weekend. But what I will be doing in a moment is pulling over very briefly and reflecting on some of the comments you guys have been sharing, because I know on a topic like this, many of you men will be able to relate to this very, very strongly, and subsequently would have some interesting things to share that I may even want to repeat on here and reflect on. So I pulled over now, and give me a second here. I'm going to flick through these comments. Yeah, thanks for caring, Mad Taoist. I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely I'm being careful. Gavril Gwyn says, gents, welcome. Gavril Gwyn, yo, what's going on, Minimalist? Welcome. Thank you for jumping in. Pisanjicus, hey MGTOW brother, what's going on, man? I'm just looking here. Charlie said, I guess to be successful with YouTube, you have to treat it like a real job till it pays out. A lot of people don't want to put the time and resources into that. See, for me, Charlie, I don't want YouTube to become a full-time job. I don't want to rely on the income from this. I want to have my own investments and rely on the income from that to provide for myself. But I definitely do want to make this something that I do daily, because the reward that I get back from this channel is not something tangible. Yeah, look, some people do donate, and I appreciate that. Incredibly grateful for that, and I appreciate it greatly. And the money that I do get goes towards good causes, which is working towards helping you men. Certainly not for me. Where do we got here? Exactly, Dynamite Rabbit. YouTube never pays a lot. In fact, Dynamite Rabbit and Charlie Brown, I don't even have my channel monetized because I don't want YouTube to get any money from advertising revenue on my channel. That's not why I do this, and it's never why I've done this. Charlie Brown said, you see who your real friends are when you need to move house after spending hours and effort into helping them. That's exactly right, Charlie Brown. Well, I just saw, I don't know who you're talking about, NYC Korean, with the PM shaming you and Chris and all the other guys. What I do know is that you have a spanner, and feel free to use that as you so desire. I trust you. Explosive diarrhea, it is about 4:20 PM in Sydney. If you have time. Exactly, Charlie Brown. If you have a tie, just pull over for a sleep for 1 to 2 hours. It's not worth the risk driving and falling asleep behind the wheel. Charlie would be lying if I said I hadn't taken that risk a few times, because I just simply don't have time to take that 1 to 2 hours. You know, I've got so much going on, and this is why I'm doing this video, because, you know, I'm really personally reflecting upon myself and you know, what it is that the impact that the amount of pressure I've been putting myself is having on me, and on the time that I'm spending, and I really need to make sure that if I'm spending time on something that I'm, hang on, I got a little tuft here. There we go. Got to make sure that if I'm spending time on something that needs to be have value for me and others, that it needs to, basically whatever I do needs to be good for me, and not bad for others. That's my personal view on things. Good bit of a conversation about tradcons here. Interesting. Charlie Brown, I'm just going to screenshot this part of the conversation here where you've mentioned that. I don't know what Osmand on Android is instead of Google Maps, but I'm going to definitely check that out. Yeah, none of us are going to be getting dragged back to the plantation. Riff Magos says, nice work, Sydney. I look forward to seeing more of your content. Thank you, Riff. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully you see value, hopefully you find value in what I do for you, men. You know, I do it from the heart, and I genuinely want to, you know, deliver quality content that helps you guys to become better men. I'm in no way saying that you're not good men to begin with, because if you weren't good men, you wouldn't be here, because, you know, you'd still be trying to please the status quo. You wouldn't be MGTOW. But definitely, you know, I do hope to enlighten you guys further and help you to become the best version of yourselves, and, you know, take it to the next level every day. Lube the Beast. I may even do a live video this evening. Lube the Beast, can you let me know whereabouts you're based? I definitely will do a video where I talked about my journey to MGTOW. I was actually on MGTOW 101's channel the other night talking about that, but I didn't go too deep into it. I'd really love to, you know, drill down into all the steps in my journey, and I might even sort of take a timeline of notes so that I don't get all mixed up, because you know, when there's so much to talk about, you can kind of jump all over the place. You know how it is. But yeah, I'm gonna take note of that as well. Lube the Beast. Yeah. Sorry, it's just trying to screenshot that. Cool. Where are we here? Irish MGTOW, welcome, bro. One thing which came through from the first video is honesty. In this world of infighting and sects and factions, that means a lot, mate. Thank you very much, I appreciate that, and thank you, Gabriel. It was an incredible stream. I felt very, very privileged to be with two very incredible men, regardless of what other people say about them. you know, there's obviously some people that have got some issue with some things that Miggy says or some things that Chris says or does, and I'm going to stop looking at the comments now. But at the end of the day, they are fundamentally good men, and you should judge them on their content of their character. If they believe they're doing the right thing, even though others may perceive they're doing the wrong thing, that is between those people that perceive it and the people that are doing what is perceived to be wrong. But I have no gripe with Chris, I have no gripe with MGTOW 101, I have no gripe with anybody unless they attack me. Personally, there is someone who calls himself the MGTOW critic. I don't have a gripe with him, but I believe he's a little bit misguided in the way he chooses to represent the MGTOW community, because he hasn't been through an experience which has fed him a red pill that would take him to the realizations that we've actually undergone. So yeah, Sam Raven, it's a Golf R, man. It's a pretty quick car. In fact, you know what, NYC Korean, as I know it's a little bit shaky right now, I'm just gonna get one of the wheels balanced. It's a little bit, it's just slightly off, but I'll give you a little turbo dose here. There you go, NYC. That's for you, for Sam, for Irish MGTOW. It's not a Golf GTI, it's a Golf R. The big difference between the Golf R and the GTI in the sense that the R is an all-wheel drive turbo, whereas the GTI is simply front-wheel drive. The GTIs are a little lighter and a little bit more nimble, but the Rs are just, they're like, taking them through corners and taking them through twisty roads is like a cat gripping to carpet. It just holds on. It's absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, love my car. Maybe changing soon. I just do a massive amount of driving, and even in the past 6 months I've gone from like 125,000 kilometers to about 150,000 kilometers. Just don't really want to screw myself over in terms of the car value and the wear and tear. Then again, I might even just keep the car and just drive it till it dies, keep maintaining it. Who knows? But anyway, guys, look, I just wanted to get back to the point of my video today, which was essentially that it's very, very important to reflect on what is important to you, where your values lie, and where your end goals are. If you have to get a piece of paper and write those goals down and understand exactly what you need to do in sequence, step by step to get there, then I recommend you do that. You know, I just want you guys to serve your life purpose the best you can, and if that means that you need a readjustment in what you're doing and the way you're doing it, and that suits and that serves you well, then, you know, and that's what I preach to you. I really think that that's something that's very important to do. If you already have things exactly the way you want it, and you're blissfully happy in exactly the way that you want to be, then guys, keep doing what you're doing. It's fucking awesome that you've found that place of realization. Very few men get to actually find that spot and really understand who it is that they are and what their life's purpose is. The Mad Taoist. Well, I got it in 2000. It's a 2011 model, the Mad Taoist. Maybe when it gets closer to 2041, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, guys, look, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know I haven't been my usual, like, yeah, like my fiery self, you know, like fiery like my beard, but you know, it was a very peaceful message today, and a very deeply reflective message on my own experience. NYC, I don't, man. I probably should get into that, and exactly, the Mad Taoist. So yeah, I really should get into sports, but you know, in line with exactly what I did say today, my purpose right now and my motivations for doing what I do don't allow me any scope to do sports. It is something that is on the horizon, but it's not something that serves my greatest purpose and my deepest personal values right now. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. The suggestion I had in the video earlier today like earlier on, maybe like 10 minutes ago, 5-10 minutes ago, whenever it was, I was asked the question about whether I was going to do a video on my journey to MGTOW, and I think that might be my next one. So tune in for that one, guys. That will be really going deep for me as well, and not deep in vagina, just deep into thought, deep into reflection, and deep into I guess letting you guys know what it is that made Sydney MGTOW in the way that I've come out, you know. And I want to let you guys know what it is that I'm all about, and why I've come to this state where I'm sitting and delivering this message to you in my car at 4:30 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon when I could be doing something else. But you guys are more important to me than that, so that's why I do what I do. And thank you all for tuning in today. I really, truly appreciate having all you guys in the stream, and it's incredibly humbling for me that I've had so many subscribers in such a short amount of time, and that you know, I've been invited onto some content creators channels to share my message. Content creators that I have an incredible amount of respect for, that I'm incredibly humbled by the invite. So, you know, that must mean that I'm doing something right. It must mean that people feel that my message and my energy is genuine, and it must be that there's some truth in what I say, because the masses don't follow those who they don't believe to be honest. And that's why dictators get taken down, because the masses know that those people don't have their best interests at heart. And men, I do have your best interests at heart. That's why I do what I do every day for you. That's, at the end of the day, that's my message, is pure. You know, some people have different views than I do, and that's okay. I'm not begrudging those views, but I'm just simply sharing mine from the perspective of a man that has gone through a very difficult time in his life. And sorry, this is a little bit skew here. Yeah, just reflecting on things as a man who's gone through a lot, and, you know, really want to share what I've been through to make sure you guys don't have to go through it, and so that you can actually skip that step. Thank you, Minimalist. I really appreciate that, and I believe that over time it will continue to grow over time exponentially. Thank you so much, NYC. Really appreciate that. And NYC Korean, man, I appreciate the love. Appreciate you saying this is one of your favorite channels. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, guys, okay, Suk Mike Hock, I hope that's the correct pronunciation, said he's been following my channel for a couple of months and he hasn't been able to get a shout out. But Suk, brother, this is your time for a shout out right now. Big shout out to Suk Mike Hock. Can I get everyone to give a shout out to Suk Mike Hock in the comments right below? Appreciate that. And Sam, thank you for subscribing, brother. I really appreciate your you know, you're tuning in every day, and, you know, love to get your comments and your feedback on a regular basis. Hey, thanks guys for giving that shout out to Suk Mike Hock. You know, and Suk, don't think that I don't see what you did there, because I know that most Caucasian guys that don't understand the correct accent for a lot of Asian names, particularly Chinese and Korean, might say suck my cock, right? As in suck my dick. And I see you there, brother. So don't think I'm gonna fall for that. I see what you're up to. Anyway, guys, exactly. Submask Black, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Sorry, I'm about to bounce in a second, just turning into the shopping center now. Alright guys, Something Wong, exactly, NYC Korean, you know all about Something being Wong. Alright guys, I'm gonna start tuning out now. Appreciate you all. I look forward to seeing you next time. And tomorrow, man, I will be giving you the story of how I discovered MGTOW in more detail than what I did on MGTOW 101's channel the other day. And I will be letting you know, you know, exactly what's brought me to this point here, where I, you know, I'm doing this channel daily for you men, and why it's so important to me that I continue to do this and continue to deliver this message to all you guys. Hang on, there we go. Beautiful. Oh shit, that's some fun ass lighting. Maybe I should park in a shopping center to do my videos from now on, so it's all on me. NYC Korean says Dong Suck is a common name. Imagine if it was Suck Dong. Absolutely, NYC Korean. Mate, I actually, you know what? I used to work at an institution, and I can't say where this institution was. Right? It was a financial institution, but that's as far as I can go with the doxing on this particular company. But there was a particular name that I came across within our CRM system, and that name was, and guys, I kid you not, that name was Messy, MESSY Cock, KOK, Messy Cock. That is a real name. Anyway, guys, holy fuck. Exactly, Sam Raven. Shit, man. Yeah, Sam Raven said Vietnamese currency is the dong. Can you imagine that, right? As a Vietnamese girl going, I want 1,000 dong. Give me all of your dong. Oh shit, man. Start this video talking about redistributing your energy and finding your purpose, and end up talking about dick. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate your tuning in. Thank you so much, and I'll definitely come and deliver my message about how I got to this point right now as a MGTOW content creator. And guys, feel free to continue in the comments. Love all the humor that you deliver, and feel free once this video is finished to actually go and comment on the video once it's posted up on YouTube, because you know it's always good for a bit of a laugh in the comment section of a good video. All right, man, peace to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love my MGTOW brothers. There is strength in unity. Let's stay united. Let's not fight against each other, and let's support each other the way that men should. Peace.